No, that doesn't matter. No. You wanna hold that? Sis, don't worry, I ain't got you on camera. Oh, there's our presenter for today.
We're finally here at the last spin-off. This is the road to the reunion, hosted by Ice Cream, also Mafiella, Respect, the Forever Family, everyone. The reunion's going to be special. We've had 2 spin-off shows prior to this, and this is the final one. This one's going to be done a lot different. You're going to see the live audience being filmed, as well as us having the guest on the couch. This is Hot Seat, the last spin-off show.
Jeez, you already know the vibes, guys. And of course, we have to give a massive shout out to our amazing drink sponsors. You guys can see right there, Miss J's Signature Flavors. All the flavors that you need, darling. We've got fruit punch. We have got mango and orange, mojito, anything you want, anything you need right here on Hot Seat. Let's give a warm welcome to our first guest, shall we? Okay, bring up Decca, artist. All that energy, you better be ready for it.
We're here. Big up everyone in the building.
Yes.
What's good? What's going on, girls?
Yes. What's happening, Decca? All that energy, you better be ready for the smoke.
Hey, Nads, chill out, man. You know I already got your number. So which camera's me?
You,
1, 2.
All right, so all right, guys, here we go. Decca.
Yeah.
You've time traveled back to the 60s and you have no money. How would you prove that you've come from the future?
Oh, mad. All right, cool. Obviously, trade and barter, that will always stay, right?
Yes.
So, of course, I would show someone my attributes, something that I've learned that's new to that time, introduce it to the community or whatever, and just try to get something back, you know, to live. So obviously bring it back if it's milk or rice or little wheat or something. Or, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm a fast. Yeah.
But Decca, what if you can't travel back though? What would you show if anything on you? What else would you do?
What do you mean? Elaborate on that.
No,
one.
but what if you can't travel back? Because you've just travelled.
No, but
obviously.
you remixed the question. That weren't the question.
No,
That
No. What would you do? Okay, so you're saying about you would show them certain stuff like trade and barter, but what else would you give? What else would you show them? Would you try and tell them what's going to maybe happen?
And you said to what year again?
The 60s, darling.
60s. So that weren't that too far ago. That was just the other day.
Ain't that far.
That's I'll show them about, for example, what can we do now that they couldn't do back then?
Well, we got like the internet and shit.
Maybe internet. That question's a bit, one day is a bit easy, you know, but just like, just my intellect, really. They weren't as wise as we are, as clean as we are. Yeah. Like, you know, there was kind of dirty back then. They didn't know about hygiene and things like that. Simple things.
In the 60s, bro, they didn't know about hygiene.
No, not really. Them men, they were spitting in buckets.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. And then if you just smoked cigarettes and that, they used to chew it.
Do you know what, girls? What would you do? Go on, Katie Ann. What would you do if you went back to the 60s?
Okay, so anyone who knows me probably knows what answer I'm gonna give. So if I had to go back,
hold on. Sorry, I've got to interject. 60s, you couldn't even do nothing.
the 60s.
Yeah, women didn't have rights them times there.
But the question is if we could.
You couldn't do nothing.
If we could.
Hypothetically speaking.
But it's not far long from that woman actually could. So let's say we could.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first thing I would bring back is senses. Okay. But ultimately it will be Bitcoin or gold. That ain't ever going nowhere. Ooh. It's been there for a long time. It's been going and it's gonna keep going. So yeah, that's what I would bring.
Yeah. I'll just pretend that I invented something that I know I didn't invent, because who's gonna prove me wrong? Like, really?
Good point.
You just have to try and remember something close to date, innit? That's gonna happen soon, and be like, yeah, well, this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Wait for it.
You lot said the 60s and that. That's just yesterday.
Yeah, it's not that far away to be honest. But
yeah. Tamara, what would you do, sweetheart?
Oh gosh, what if I went back to the 60s?
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose in the 60s there's no such, well, probably less of a chance of time travel. So I guess I'm pretty much stuck there. So I think the question was, how are you going to prove that you're from the future?
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't try and prove I'm from the future. I'd probably just try and make do
Yeah.
like in the 60s.
Yeah.
Because they mostly
Mind
string
you-
you up. Yeah, they could string you
Do
up.
you know what?
Yeah,
Mind
they could
you,
string you up.
we
Yeah,
didn't-
yeah,
Like
yeah.
we
they're
didn't
not
put a
going to
date.
believe you anyway.
Yeah, that's a good
They're not
answer
going to
still.
believe you anyway, so I'm not really going to try and prove that I came from the future. I'm just going to use whatever I've got to get as
cut
ahead as
through.
I can.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To be
that makes
fair, we're going back to the 60s, but we didn't put a date on where the future was.
Yeah.
So imagine the future is in like the 3000s or something like that, and then you're going back to the 60s. That's a big leap.
That's a big gap, isn't it?
Yeah. So if you're coming from, okay, we're talking about you're coming from the 3000s, 3030, boy.
But it's
at
all a
that point,
hypothesis at the end of the day, because we don't know what's forwarding, innit? We don't know what's forwarding, so you have
Facts.
to talk about for modern day.
Yeah.
But as sister was saying, cool, yeah, keep it stum. Cause back in them days, yeah, they call woman witch and
right.
their thing. You get string up.
Yeah, right. You've got no money.
I think one thing. Okay.
yeah,
Everyone
give
So, yeah?
yeah,
go.
You're cool.
Big up all the guys, them. You ready, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, go on. You're with your partner, and you give your child their birthday money, only to find out weeks later the other parent used the money for shopping. Do you confront the parent?
Got him thinking, boy. You thinking?
That's a good question. All right. Do you know what it is? Birthday money, innit? Obviously. All right, watch this, yeah? Go on. As a man, birthday shouldn't even have got patterned up if your baby mum's house is not right. So, I will be the fault. So, use the money, innit? And she should have paid me. Away from the birthday, and correct me if I'm wrong, audience and the man them, innit? But my partner, you said, yeah?
Yeah, your partner.
Not my baby mum.
You got a child with this person.
Yes, it's my partner.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Might not be with her.
You might not be with her.
So read the question again, one more time.
You're with your partner
Oh, you're
and you
with
give
her,
your
yeah.
child their birthday money,
Aight,
only
cool.
to find out weeks later that the other parent used the money for shopping. Do you
Yeah,
confront-
cause it's my partner. That means she's in my house. So how we not got food? Why have we not patterned that? Yo, like, if it was like, if we wasn't together,
Yeah, but
That
ain't you going to
could
be
be-
mad with her, though?
no, cause I'm the man of the house, innit? If we're still my partner and we have a child together, like as a man, that's what we're here for, innit?
But you've given your youth money.
Scrap to the mic, bro. So.
You've given your youth the money for his birthday.
Yeah.
And
She
you
should
find
have
that
come
she's
to you
taking it.
if
yeah.
she needed shopping.
But we live in
Why
the
is she
same
taking
house.
the youth's
Like,
money?
it's my partner. I'm hypothetically speaking, I'm talking about my movie, innit? I don't know anyone else's movie.
Yeah.
But if you have a child for me, we live together, innit?
So are you saying, yeah, that? One second. Sorry. Not that you're blaming yourself, but a part of you saying that you should have patterned up on who you chose to have a child with. That's what you basically saying.
Nah. I'm saying it's my fault.
Yeah, because they should be
Because
shopping
I
in
live
the
in
yard.
innit?
Yeah, so
No.
they're
Should've
shopping
known
there
if they
already.
were shopping there already.
Yeah, shopping should have been
The
patterned anyway.
question is kind of unbalanced. That's what I'm saying. If it was my baby mother, that's a partner, someone that I'm not with, I have a child with her, then I don't know what a household state is. And we only know in drips and drabs. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
yeah.
And naturally, if it's that settings, I would be upset, but I wouldn't be mad.
Go on, genius. I see.
No, I was gonna say it's like there was shopping in the yard, but she just went and bought.
Got her nails
from
done.
the, you know how
She went and
women
got her
do.
nails
They
done.
might
Something
just do
else.
the
She done something
extras.
else. She went and done
Yeah.
her nails
All right,
done.
see, look, these questions are getting remixed. You get me? But
I
if
feel
she done
spicy.
the unbalanced thing, that's what I'm gonna call it, unbalancedness. I'd be vexed, Of course, I'd be vexed.
But these
I'll
things
learn from
happen,
that
though.
lesson, innit? I would
These
just
things
learn
do
from that
happen,
lesson.
yeah.
But creeps, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What, take back the things?
No. I know what
What
I'm
you
saying
gonna
is-
do?
No. I know what
What
I'm
you
saying
gonna
is,
do?
Me personally, yeah, I thought you was leading down the path of saying that you chose the wrong person to have a child with. That's what I thought you were saying when you were
Nah.
saying you got to pattern up the yard first.
Of course, because of what?
Yeah, but
Alright,
by
cool.
then it's too late.
But that's what I'm saying. So I don't think we have a choice in that. I think people change. Like, you got to remember, titles are important for a reason. A relationship compared to marriage, compared to someone who is your friend, those are all different titles. So someone could be your good friend, but they're terrible at being your partner.
Yeah.
Someone could be a good partner, but they're a great dad, or great dad and a shit husband.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? There's different titles.
But everyone's movie is different.
100%.
Like your movie could be you live with your missus. My movie, my missus lives with me. So
I don't like how you put it on me, though.
No, I'm just showing you.
Try it.
But I hear what you're saying, and I respect it. I respect it.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was.
But this is different
Yeah.
people's moves, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
Facts.
we talk about it on the surface.
Yes.
And be judgmental on the surface.
Yeah.
Depend who's got their house key and who doesn't. It doesn't make you more of a less than a man than me.
Yeah.
Unless you can't read the room.
Yeah,
If
facts.
you're in your house and what? There's nothing there, but Pickney's getting P5. You're the eject, not the woman.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
But if she took the money and went and done a side thing now and one got her nails and hair done,
Yeah.
But then away from that, if you're like, raw, secretly I should have been patterning that anyway.
Yeah.
But then you're an eject for that. So I'm not even going to pattern that. Furthermore,
that's what I thought you
yeah,
needed.
yeah, but it's the question, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the question. It's the question.
What, am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. That's why I'm not interjecting. Yeah, you're not wrong. I was gonna say, yeah, sorry to cut you, Creeper. I was gonna say, so say like she went and bought the nails and all them things. What would you do now to prevent that next time? Say like on the next birthday.
So cool. In my family household, I was like, we don't believe in beating Pickney. I've never was beaten to learn a lesson, to be taught something. You got life lessons in it, and I will always think they hit the hardest. Like, so sometimes you got to be cruel to be kind, right? At the same time, but if I was patterning their nails and things, and anyway, that wouldn't have happened. So you got to look at both sides.
You don't know that though.
Yeah, but it's
not necessarily. They might have just.
So what they're gonna go spend it on after? Because if one don't want nothing, what they're gonna want? Because if you're my missus, and I'm talking about my movie, I'm not talking from man.
You got to separate the wants and needs, innit? Because what you think you need is not necessarily.
But what I want from my woman is different. That's what I'm saying.
100%.
Everyone's movie is a
100%,
different movie.
yeah, 100%.
If you're my woman, and I'm pattern, remember I'm talking as a hypothesis, not me right now.
Yeah. This ain't your scenario.
I'm great.
This ain't
That's
your
what I'm saying.
situation.
Yeah, don't take it. Don't take it personal.
Time.
Yeah.
Hannah, you not ready? Yeah.
Why did that happen in the first place? Like, what situation were you in for that to actually be?
That must be that.
It shouldn't. Yeah.
There's no food in the house, and if I'm your partner, we're together.
Yeah.
I should know that.
You should know.
It's my fault.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, before I went to buy the thing, I should have looked in the fridge.
Yeah.
So can I have a little look and make sure everything's cool before I go and.
Okay, so we're gonna go with our next guest. Are you ready, guys? Let's give some love to Anna Lisa. Hey, girl. Welcome to the hot seat, Anna.
Hi, thank you.
Lovely to have you.
Thanks.
All right, so we're gonna jump straight into it, okay?
Yeah, go on.
All right, you get with a guy who has kids, but the mother of his kids, the mother of his child is white, and does this bother you to also start a family with him? If yes, why?
No, it doesn't bother me. That was his choice, and obviously now he's with me, so I don't really get what the colour of his baby mum's got to do with our relationship or another guy. Like.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But culturally,
where's he from?
Afghan. Let's say
Yeah,
from
right out there, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
from
Afghanistan.
What's the family saying?
Again, because the question is his baby mother white? If it's gonna bother me starting a family with him, I don't see how that affects our relationship.
I agree.
Obviously, if I'm gonna be with someone, they have to be culturally aware. If they are of a different ethnicity, so as long as he's culturally aware, I think it's fine. Yeah.
Okay. So if he's Afghanistan, his children, the mother of his children is also white. So then you're walking into a white household, okay? And then you guys then decide to have children. Your children will be mixed race. Do you ever feel like the dynamic could be a bit tricky?
Well. No, because I'm not walking into a white household. He's coming into my household.
Okay.
Okay.
I like that part. We like that.
He's coming into my household, and she's not coming into my household.
But what if that's not the case though? What if you are going into his?
Hold on one moment.
How do you handle
Sorry, my lovely. You want to speak into the mic?
How do you handle that? Because what if you don't have a choice and you are going into his household? Because not every woman has their own house, like so to speak.
Yeah.
And if you've got kids, you want to be secure and settle. And if that is the only option, what are you going to do?
I think, again, before it even gets to that point, if you're dating someone outside of your race, I think both parties have to be culturally aware. There's no point dating someone outside of your race and there's going to be issues. Why would it even go any further?
100%.
Do you know what I mean? But if you see any signs, it's time to jump ship. If you see any signs of weirdness or racism or they're not aligned with your culture, they don't understand it, it's going to be an issue. Like,
let's say it's not him. Let's say he's very culturally aware, but now it's really about his family. Okay, and his family is a big part of who he is and everything. Like, let's say he had a really bad breakdown at some stage of his life and his family really picked him up. They're now everything to him and more. But you are also very stunning in real life too, by the way. And he's now saying, okay, listen, like, this girl is everything. I want her and I'm willing to do anything, but my family's just not budging. And they've accepted this ex and they still glorify the ex. So you're never really appreciated like, you know, you are supposed to be. What do? Do you walk away, or is it worth fighting for? Sorry.
No, that's a good one, Kai.
That's a good question.
And he's got Wally Palm on it, too. What up, yeah.
Okay, I'm
Not
saying
the money.
Add that part.
And the money.
What would be?
We can't
You
add
lot
that.
take right. What would be the?
No, we
got
didn't
the
even
same
get a
thing.
chance.
Oh no, it's alright.
The money sold her.
Thank you,
one.
Anna.
You
I
stay
know.
now.
Like I said, I didn't write all the scenarios this time, yeah? I'm not taking blame for half of this stuff. This one's mental. All right, cool. 7 months into your new relationship, you bring your partner over the house to meet your mum, only to find out it's a long-distance cousin. What do you do? Golly, stop that.
That's incest. He's got to go.
He's got to go.
He's got to go. If I have kids with him or anything, do you know what happens when two people that are close and stuff
100%,
like
yeah.
have kids and he's related, he's blood, he's got to go. It's too close in the blood.
But how about if it was already deep?
Wait.
Choo. That's what I was about to say.
I see you going.
I've got one. So what about if you've already took it that far and then you find out you're pregnant?
Abortion exists. I'm getting rid of it.
Yeah, keeping it real.
You're gonna kill the child.
Abortions exist. I'm getting rid of it.
So wait there.
It's got to be in the bloodline.
Wait. Sorry.
So wait there.
Say one second.
So you're gonna kill the child.
Huh?
You're gonna kill.
Don't say that.
No, but
yeah,
that's
so,
just.
so do you know what happens when two people incest? Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, so when it's incest, there's every possibility that your child can have severe, and it goes in the bloodline. So it's like not even. It might skip you, their child.
But what about if it's too late to have an abortion?
Yeah.
Okay. You lot are taking these scenarios to the next level,
Jesus, put the pressure. It's called hot seat. Look, not the cold seat.
Yeah.
Okay, if it's too late to have an abortion, then I just have to go through with it. There's nothing I can do in it. There's nothing. What can I do? I just have to go. But if it's before that stage, like, yeah, he's got to go.
Is it something you'll keep quiet?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Are you gonna come out the relationship and let people or your close people know? You know, I found out my man's my long distance cousin.
I won't let them know, but I'll come out the relationship.
You just come out and you just keep it quiet. Yeah.
That's crazy stuff. That one's mad.
Yeah. Time.
I'm just going to read it out. So 7 months into a new relationship, you bring your partner over the house to meet your mum, only to find out it's your long distance cousin.
So I said he's got to go.
Really?
Yeah, I said he's got to go. They started saying other things like, oh, what about if you're pregnant? I said the baby's got to go, he's got to go. Everything's got to go.
That's not.
Yeah, because it's incest.
Yes. Okay, so we're bringing another amazing guest to the hot seat, guys. Please give a warm welcome to Justo. Welcome to the hot seat.
Hello, people.
Yeah. Hey.
Let's see how this is gonna go.
Okay.
It might just go mad in here right now.
Oh. Well, let's not do that. You've got lovely queens on the couch here.
I'm joking.
Yeah, take it easy. All right, amazing, Justo. So, your son is 22 and still lives at home. He brings home a girl and introduces her as his girlfriend. And though she looks of age, on further questioning, you discover that she's only 16. How would you handle this situation?
What are you doing? What are we doing here? How old is he?
He's 22.
Yeah, that's a...
Well, I'll tell him, listen, get rid of her.
She's of age, though, to be fair.
She's not actually.
Is 16 not the...
No.
Get rid of her.
If you're over 18, the other person has to be over 18. So if you're under 18, you can both be over 16. But as soon as one person is over 18, the other one has to be over 18 as well. Otherwise, it's statutory.
Get rid of her.
Big up tomorrow with the facts. Big her.
I like that.
Yes.
But get rid of her.
Okay, now we got that.
Yeah, get rid of her.
Yeah, yeah. But he
she's
doesn't
gotta
want
go.
to. He's fallen in love.
I'm gonna make him.
Dad, I love her.
You ready to go, jewelry boy?
Yeah, I'll go pen for her. I'll go pen. I'll do some time for her.
I'll tell you something right now. You're not gonna handle pen. You don't want to go there. It's not happening.
But how would you get him to listen? Because when kids
I'll
get
make
to a
him-
certain age, they don't listen. They just do what they want to do.
Yeah, that's a good
Well,
point.
you know what? To be honest with you, I'll just tell him, listen. Either you get rid of her, you get out.
Exactly that.
You get what I'm saying? And
What
then
if-
you could go out there and then experience it for yourself, and then you could understand how life really works. You get what I'm saying? So get rid of her or get out.
What if he says that he's prepared to wait until she's 18 for anything to happen between them, but he still loves her and wants to be with her, and that they're just prepared to spend their time together?
So a whole celibate relationship until she's of
Doctor,
age.
at that point,
You see at that point, yeah?
Boy, go live your life. Go live your
We
life.
should have had that 1960s.
At that part, I'm not even gonna lie. We need to go and sit down and talk to somebody.
Yeah, some therapy or
Because I
something,
need to
innit?
understand what's going on in your mind for you to be thinking like this.
Oh, thank you, Justin.
I know exactly who wrote this one. Your past isn't the greatest, as you've been prisoned a lot of times. Your child is following the same footsteps as you and is currently got you assisting with proceeds of crime. Do you continue to assist or say no?
Break it down a little bit for me, please.
All right, so what I'm taking from this scenario is your past somewhat impacted him and he's following your footsteps. He's now into the same criminal activities that you once was. But where you're assisting him, it might not even be direct. It could be indirect. He's keeping grub in the house. Do you know what I mean? That he's living in.
All right.
Machines and that. When you find out, go on, man.
This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go on a real glide first. Then I'm gonna...
No, I know what he's talking about. Yeah, I know what he's talking about. Yeah.
We're gonna go on a real glide to make you understand what a glide is all about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Once that shook you up a bit,
Yeah.
you're gonna realize, yo, brother.
Yeah. This
Not on
you're
this
gonna
no
go
more.
jail for a good 30 years. A good 30 years.
Yeah, but what if...
What if he's been gliding? What if he's been gliding and he's got tools and he's the guy? Do you know? Yeah, if he's got motion outside and he's telling you, Dad, you can't show me nothing right now.
I can't show him.
No, but that's what he's telling you. Dad, I've been doing X, Y, Z. So you're telling me about going on a glide. I've been on 5 this week. Then what?
All right, cool. We flip it. Yo, man, them I got a move for us to do right now. My you's gonna go to this place here. I want you lot to pull up with vans and bear straps. Don't pull it. Just teach him something.
What if it's a thing where he's just telling you things like, Dad, drop me to X, Y, and Z, but you're like, he's gonna lick shots. Do you understand what I'm saying? Are you gonna continue to
Hell no,
like,
you're not
assist
gonna,
him?
you're not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? But some way you have to scare them to make them understand, yo, bro. Like,
Do you know what? Do you know why I feel what Justo's saying? Yeah, and I'll put this out there. My uncle, yeah, he was with a woman. Yeah, the son was acting like he was the man, and him and these gym guys, they snatched him up and put him in the back of the van
To teach him a lesson.
No, I swear to
Teach
God.
him a
yo,
yeah.
you know what?
Nah,
You know
they
what?
snatched him up, put him- yeah.
My son was acting up.
Yeah.
I lined that up, you know. I said, you lot, grab him.
Yeah.
Throw him in the van, run around with him.
Yeah.
And then when we bust that door open, he see me standing there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Save
when he
him.
sees me, I said, you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, this could happen.
You see what I'm talking about?
Because sometimes talking's not enough.
Yeah, bro.
Sometimes
You have to show
action.
Especially where we're from, yeah.
Because that's what I was gonna say. Say if you could, the first time when you said you were going on a glide, say if you went on a glide and caught a serious case, you actually found someone, got someone
Nah,
down.
man, so you're gonna play it all out. You're gonna, your man, them place, you know what I'm saying? Put everybody on the place. And just make him understand, yo, this is gonna be a mad thing. And I get it. You don't say they're going to glide, but these glides of today, it's not the glides of back in the day.
No, it's not.
Because you know,
Back in the days, glide is different.
do you know how many parents?
Wait.
Do you know how many parents are like? You see a picture of them on like Fesify or something
Yeah.
because it's like, no, this person dropped her son to go and do a mad. You understand what I'm saying?
But
Like,
even what Justo's saying, like when we slid, we didn't take our phones. Now man are sliding and
Yeah, they got
recording
their
it.
phone and they
That's
posting
cell
it
site
up
and all
and
that. I don't think
everything.
they're
It's a mad
understanding
thing.
it. Yeah, it's crazy. It's not
yeah, no,
like
but you
so-
wouldn't take your mum or your dad with you. You understand what I'm
These
saying?
kids of today will.
There's enough cases.
But there's bare man that was in jail with their dad.
Love it. You can love it. You bring him and he's glitched in it.
Yeah, but you know what? You're not making him loving it, bro. You're not gonna make him love it to a point where, like, yeah, he's gonna feel like some sort of like, yo, this is mad. Do Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're going through something. You're doing something mad, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think scaring it out of him
And don't forget,
the best
yeah.
option, yeah.
Other one,
Time.
Greatest, as you've been to prison a lot of times, your child is following the same footsteps as you and has currently got you assisting with proceeds of crime. Do you continue to assist or say no?
I would say no to him doing what he's doing. I'll sit down and speak to him. Or if not, do you know what I mean? I'll put certain things in place where that will shook him up a little bit to make him understand.
Shake him up.
Yeah. To make him understand that this is not the way to be going.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I know nowadays, I think a lot of young kids think it's fun.
It's like normalised, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's glorified a lot in music and all them kind of things.
Yeah.
So you need to make him see the bigger picture. Like either we go and pay a little visit in the prison system to see how these young ones are living. Or maybe say, you know, why don't we do something like make the kids stay in prison for 2 weeks and make them understand how it is. So then they can see the logic of it. Like, I want to go home because you can't just go home when you want to go home. You know what I mean?
All right, girls. Joels, are we ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Let's make it happen. Oh, I love the hot seat, guys. Absolutely love it. So please give a warm welcome to K9 for us. All right. Love.
So where does the name come from? Sorry.
It's a name that just stuck with me from a young age, you know.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I tried to get rid of it, but it won't shift.
Okay.
Did your mom give it to you or did the street give it to you?
Streets gave it to me.
Definitely. Sounds like it.
But we're reformed now. We're reformed. We've changed
No pressure,
now.
no pressure.
Ah, bless you. All right, let's get into it then. You have a horny night.
Just want to warm you up a bit.
Let's not act like we don't get them horny nights now, honey, okay?
K9.
You have a horny night and you go to the brothel. Not the brothel. Yeah, it's okay. It's, you know, we're speaking.
It's okay.
It's hypothetical. There we go.
Ready?
All right, do bear. I'm going to start again, all right, my lovely? You have a horny night and you go to the brothel. Upon arrival, you realise it's your boy's girl. Do you still go ahead with the act?
Oh,
yikes.
Oh,
My boy's girl.
Yeah, offering services.
Of course not. Of course not. I'll let him know straight away. I'll let him know
But
straight
she's
away.
fine, honey. She's fine.
That don't matter.
You always had a little thing for her.
There's millions of women in the world, you know.
You was linking her before it was your boy's
you
girl.
don't have to be close to her.
Oh, wait, so his boy started going out with his ex, is what you're trying to say?
So if it was your ex,
It's an ex story.
no, but it's your boy's girl, but it was yours before. You didn't really want to lose her, but you just, you know, you went jail.
Yeah.
If she's already your ex, it's a past.
But because he took
We
her,
don't
you
go
wouldn't
back
think
to
maybe let me
exes.
just get back at him a little bit and just.
No, I wouldn't hold no feelings if she's an
I
ex.
think most man, I think you're lying a little bit.
Well, hold on. Company policy states, right? Once she goes inside that room, she needs to get paid.
Yeah.
Now, how do you come out? Are you happy hour in the pay or like, you know, how you going to Visa, Mastercard? What are you going to do? Because she still wants her pay. She said, mate, I'm here to make my money. What are you saying?
I'll even give her bread and throw him homeboy straight away and say, I just come out of the brothel. Yeah, nothing happened, but you know what I'm saying?
I like the respect.
Yeah.
I think every
I
man
see
can
homegirl in there.
Yeah, it's a bit
well
mad.
done,
I just
well
want to hear from the other queens quickly.
Yeah,
Tamara,
sorry.
what are you thinking, my lovely?
No,
What do you think he should have done in that scenario?
well, I mean, as in if I was a man, what would I have done if I was him?
What would you expect him to do?
As the prostitute.
As the man.
No, as the guy.
Yeah, as the
what
guy.
would you expect him to do, my lovely?
I think his answer was a standard answer.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, of course.
yeah.
I don't
think
know,
his answer
man.
was a standard answer.
I think
don't-
man them be playing.
I
You
do-
know what, man?
I do believe
it doesn't
it.
even have to be like my boy like that. If me and you are cool and I know you enough,
Yeah.
I'll let you know, like.
Yeah, like
You know what I'm
No,
saying,
because
bro?
when there's sex in the air and
No,
the
but
coochie
Nads,
be
what would you
smelling
do?
good,
Nadsy,
like, I
what
don't
would
know,
you do?
man them be, them be thinking with the other leg sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Certain man
Tell me
would-
about
I'm
it.
gonna be honest. Certain man
equally-
would. Certain other man
Sometimes
would.
the
But
other leg
liquid
can't
out.
stand up, babe.
Ooh, you better tell them.
That type of pressure will make a man can't stand up.
Jesus.
Let me just end it
Just
right
give
here.
her bread, but yeah, big up
Give
yourself.
her bread, big up yourself. Thank you.
You okay? You attend court to support your boy. He's snitching. Do you tell the rest of the guys and risk his safety?
One more time. Run it by me one more time. Run it by me.
What case is it? What if it's armed robbery?
And he's
and he went with a couple of the bros and he's telling on the bros and they didn't get caught like he got caught and he's telling on the bros. So you attend court to support your boy. He's snitching. Do you tell the rest of the guys risking his safety?
So as a grown man now,
you've gone to because court's
I've
open
gone
to the public.
court, yeah,
So,
right.
yeah.
So I might not go out and straight away and be like, yo, my man's snitching. But I'm gonna be honest. The man them's gonna want to know what happened. And I went court. They know I went court, innit?
And they know where they was with him.
So they're gonna say what happened, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna be honest about what happened. Do you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So
What if it's your brethren from like primary school, nursery?
snitching
No, I'm
is
just asking.
snitching.
I'm just asking.
It's
It's
like-
your, you know, like that's your core brethren, and then their associates.
Now, you know, I heard someone say snitching on a snitch. No, it's not. It's technically telling on a snitch. I think there's a difference. If someone doesn't get put in jail for something, it's not snitching, it's telling. So it's telling on a snitch.
You're in court. If you're in court and you're snitching,
It's not. It's technically not.
It's not.
It's no. It's technically not. It's technically not. So I'll break it down.
Composure.
Everyone, 1 second. I'll break it down. You got a rat, you got an informant, and you got a snitch. Yeah? An informant works for the government. He's out there collecting data for the government. Then you got a snitch who commits a crime with you and he tells because he doesn't want to do the time. And in a rat, you have no association with him. He gets picked up on a miscellaneous case and then he starts telling on other people to get himself out of jail. So telling on someone that's snitching is different from snitching and telling.
but this is the man that we're talking about.
You're chatting to the man there. 'Cause no one's going to jail behind
The man them are my
telling.
boys.
You study law, bro. Man study. Yeah, man
Studied law. You get me?
Bro, man got. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Wait,
It's not snitching. That's what I'm saying. So
What
the
did
man
I
them's
say?
gonna ask. A man's gonna be honest,
like-
because man's got loyalty to the man them as much as to
Like I always say, yeah, PC can't work without a mouse. So PC, police constable, mouse, it can't work without. So for me, you know what I mean? I don't feel like if you go back to the hood, the only thing you're doing wrong is probably putting that person at risk. But then, for the simple fact that you was there and you didn't tell the bros.
You're looking shady.
Yeah, but I just feel like the whole
snitch, innit?
going and promoting it, like, so you come out, yo, you know my man snitch, you know, cuz that's all mad.
There's a smart way of doing it because the court's open to the public and it's now a trial. You can just tell the rest of the man, are you man forward with man? And then they can see for themselves. You don't even have to necessarily tell them.
Of
I was
course.
gonna
So
say-
if
I
it's
was
a
gonna-
case where man didn't go, sorry,
Yeah. So say if we went back to the man them and they're like, raw. Why is man going court supporting a snitch though? You see what I'm trying to say?
He didn't know he was a
He
snitch.
didn't know.
He didn't know.
No, but that's the thing. They're gonna find. See the people that's in jail with him. They're gonna find out he's a snitch because they're gonna see his paperwork get sent over. Oh look, my man's accusing you. So it's gonna go around anyway. Do you understand? But it is true what you're saying. They could say to you, "Why are you going to back my man? My man's telling on so and so." Do you understand?
Time. Okay.
You have a horny night. You go to the brothel upon arrival. You realise it's your boy's girl. Do you still go ahead with the act?
Again, I'm honest. Yeah, I'm about honesty. So
Okay.
I got a tattoo that says honesty and loyalty. So I'm
You
about
stick with that,
honesty.
it's your
I stick
values.
with that. Yeah, I'll definitely let my boy know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go through with the act.
You wouldn't go through the
I
act?
wouldn't go through with the act, and I'll let him know, bro. I've just come out of the brothel. Don't ask why I was there, but I've just come out of the
Don't
brothel.
ask questions, but
But I've seen the missus there. I think we need to have a conversation about what she's doing in her spare time.
Yeah, man. That last one was a bit spicy, innit, dolls? I mean, big up K9, but snitches get snitches. You know how it goes. He held it for sure. And big up our live audience as well. Like, love big up guys. Big up yourselves, all right? Okay, so we're ready. Are we ready, girls, for our next hot seat guest? Okay. All right, please give a lovely warm welcome to So-So. Yes, swaggered up. I love.
Everyone's looking nice.
Thank you. Likewise.
We're kind of excited and nervous at the same time, but let's go.
Okay, my lovely. So you're on the hot seat. So here we go. Okay. You have a newborn baby, and it's their first Christmas. Whose parents' house would you decide to go to, and why?
I come from a big family. It's
we're doing the rounds. Yeah. I don't think it needs to be specifically no parent or grandparent's better than the other. So might go to one in the morning, might go to one in the evening.
But if you can't stand your partner's family?
Me, I pass through.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, hit them up first, innit? Hit them up first.
Go there first, sit down in the corner, cut my mouth.
Yeah.
And I'm going, it's time to go.
I think, do you know what? Yeah, that's a really good answer. But if we take into perspective a newborn baby, like your body goes through a lot of changes. It can be, it's very tiring.
It's my baby.
It's your baby. You've been up all night. Night fees, rare. So on a Christmas day, do you really want to be juggling 2 households? You might just get to one.
Well, like I said, my family's bigger. I do it anyway. So I think for some of them, with my perspective, you'll pass around. I do understand. Whoever I feel comfortable with the most, innit? Sometimes some Christmases not gonna do it with your parents. You might do it different. But if you're saying like the other side, they don't like you or whatnot.
But they bully
it's my
you,
newborn
like,
baby.
for how
If you
your
don't
partner-
like me, you're not gonna have that energy around my newborn baby neither, whoever it is. So to me, I will pass through. You could do your hold up, look 5 minutes,
and go.
Let me bless off my picnic. I'm going again.
What about
I
if,
like that.
I agree.
What about if his family and your family live so far apart that it would be impossible for you to go to both?
It's got to be might have to be Christmas Day one day, Boxing Day
Day
the
the
other.
other.
Or we see each other throughout.
just
FaceTime,
like
you know.
This is it.
FaceTime.
Yeah.
Who gets Christmas Day?
Facts.
When
Good point.
you
Good
see the baby, when you
point.
see the baby.
That's it. Tans, how you feeling?
Oh, this time.
I think I would literally the same. I've always gone to both. Literally, 'cause I've
Yeah.
got a big family as well, so I go to one, you know, morning, and then obviously the evening. I have a family.
I kind of like those things
Yeah.
though.
So-
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's what the audience is lively,
Yeah.
honey.
Pick up the audience.
Yes.
Is it acceptable watching your man cry? And if it is, what is okay for him to cry about?
Okay, I'm a bit of an alpha female, and I'm starting to kind of have loads of conversation with males about the same thing at this precise moment.
So
Very
this can
important for men to cry. Sometimes it doesn't matter what they cry about. Males as much as females, I find that they carry a lot of things from childhood to adults. And because they don't speak and don't cry, they become a bad energy in your home. They become a bad energy to themselves. Then us as women, those that do have the mind frame like myself, because not everyone's got my mind frame and my mindset. So it could trigger some. I'm just saying this is for my mindset. If you allow your man to cry and heal with him through that journey, he will then give you that reciprocation that you need. So a lot of us, we go without, and I'm in this and I'm in, but they don't feel comfortable to talk. They don't feel comfortable to cry. So therefore, your problem on top of his problem now, his back's just broad, his chest just tough, you're an idiot, your chest. You understand what I'm saying? So anytime you go to talk to him about something, he's just shutting you down because you're not even making him feel comfortable to have a soft conversation. Maybe he might want him to cry, but the anger sometimes can make him cry, right?
What would you support crying wise, and what won't you support crying wise?
Depending on all right, so
like if he knocks his toe on the bed and he start crying, and
no, you can't do that.
You know what I mean?
So idiot team.
You couldn't be with a girl like me if you buck your tongue cry anyway. Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
I don't mind him crying, but you see, like if you've cried about something, let's say you cried about something when I first met you. 10 years down the line, if you're still crying, let it go.
Yeah,
it's just not happening, innit?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Whatever you're searching for, it's just not for you. It's not that. So I can't take your crying for too long.
So what if it's something like a loss of a family member, yeah? And
every year I'm with you, we're crying together. Every year I'm with you, you're crying together.
But you do know, you see, like for a man to even cry around a woman, it's like a big thing. And it's very scary to even do something like that because 2 months later, you're an idiot.
2 weeks later,
do you know what I mean?
So there's a lot of them that's not got my mind frame. You get me? They might use it on you and say, look at you idiot, last year you was crying. And
Exactly. You kind of.
But don't get it twisted, Mills. You don't like to do that as well. You that have this thing of you want to act like you're stern in front of your friends and but your friends them you can't cry with your friends them. Do you understand? A lot of guys like you be in the house, you're chatting all tough to me, and then you go outside. Well, why you wanting to your friend about it for? they're the ones that's gonna laugh at you.
So you're saying
You
you're
understand
giving
more than what your girl is. She might just say, "Yeah, you idiot, you cried last week," but that was in the house. She's not going outside. You're not gonna link up with your bedrooms another time, and then they're gonna say, "No, 1 or 2 of your friends." I would never. I'm not gonna let my man cry about something personal and then go and tell my friends. I'm not an idiot girl like that. I'm not that type of. I just said, for me, with my point of view, I've got a mindset kind of different. I'm kind of for the males and the females at the same time, but I understand.
You know why I'm not. You know why I'm not putting pressure on you? Because you said the right answer. I can't. Away. You know what I mean? I can't even argue with right. Right is right. Look.
I'm being honest. I'm being so honest. I wouldn't. If my man crying about something personal, I'm not gonna tell my
One second, guys.
One second. That's not me. That's another argument in my house.
So you know why you said the right answer? Yeah, because when you said men build up this trauma, like if anyone should be allowed to cry, it should be men. Mm-hmm. No one goes through what men go through. Yeah. When man I see a man's boy's marrow getting blown out in front of man and shit like that.
That's what leads to these things.
You know what I mean? The judge telling man that our boy's getting 30 years, mum's passing away, family members dying. When are we not meant to like?
Do you understand? So your expression is. Yeah. They'll play on the road, and that's what happened.
I saw my 2-year-old nephew.
Some people died just because I was mad and someone said something.
One second, guys. One second.
I saw my 2-year-old nephew in the bed with cancer. Was I not supposed to cry? Like, do you see what I mean? It gets silly.
You can't hold all of these things in, bro. As you go, you just be a madman.
Guys, we get taught you can't show that.
But that's why she gave the right answer.
Yeah, no, I heard that, but we still got that installed in us.
Yeah.
Do you know
what
I mean?
Also, so when you're at a meeting, girl, sorry to cut you, should actually say sometimes when you're getting serious, I have a problem with expressing myself.
Yeah, and that's it.
I have a problem with my emotions.
A woman
so
is
they
different.
can understand it.
Yeah.
Time. Come.
Is it acceptable watching your man cry? And if it is, what is okay for him to be crying
Yeah,
about?
probably like a loss of a family or something that you brought up for yourself, or you wasn't more confident, now you're confident to do it, or probably a trauma, something like that.
Because there's a lot behind men's mental health these days. It's hard for them to speak out and whatnot. Like it's a thing. So
kind of advocating on that.
Oh, amazing.
Okay. Do you think that men should do more to improve their mental health? And in what
Yes, talk more, cry more, express their emotions more, accept a lot more, I think. I think just expressing themselves in a way where everyone can understand, maybe. But sometimes if we kind of just gotta start creating the space for the guys, really.